Morty.
Welcome to the OnlyFans Secrets Marketing Podcast. The goal of this podcast is to help both new and established OnlyFans creators learn the basics of online branding, marketing, and promotion to help you make more money with your content and maximize your time online. My name is Richard Lewis, and I have over 20 years of internet marketing experience. So let's get started with today's topic. That topic is social media followers and OnlyFans. All right, so much of an OnlyFans creator's day is spent trying to build up followers in their social media channels. In this episode, I wanted to go over the concept of followers, as well as examine different types of followers and how to utilize them most. This is the first in a series of episodes we'll do each week on each social channel's followers. So starting this week with a general overview. Okay, so what is a follower? All right, to anyone familiar with social media, this is a no-brainer. A follower is someone who has chosen to follow your account. So if you set up any social media account on any of the different social media channels, this person has decided to click follow, and now they are seeing what you post on a regular basis. Okay, so what are the different types of followers? Okay, so I've identified here a whole bunch of different types of followers, and I'm going to go over each one. All right, so you have an active follower first. So this follower participates regularly, but not all the time. So this is someone who, when you post something, sometimes you'll see that they have liked it. They might comment on it. Other times you might not necessarily hear from them for, a week, 2 weeks. But they're always around. You can generally count on them as someone who interacts with you, engages, which is very important. Engagement and engagement rates are very important on social media. So they're helping you maintain your engagement rate, and they actively participate in your social media account. Super helpful to have active followers. I would say this person is ideal because they're someone who is going to stay on that social media platform, so okay, well, they're regularly on, that social media channel. But, they're not always engaging and thus taking up a huge amount of your time. But they're still there. So active follower is great. All right, the second would be a fan follower. All right, so, this is a follower who really likes you, and constantly is liking and commenting. So they're very devoted to you and your channel. So they are a fan of you. They like you. They like all the content that you produce. This is someone who you see all the time in your social media channel. They, enjoy your content quite a bit more than the active follower who just likes you. This person loves you. They are someone who is going to be around for a while. Once they've started following you, you're going to see them liking, commenting. You might even end up interacting with them in some ways inside your social media. So a fan follower. And then next you have the super fan follower. All right, so this is the sort of person that it seems like they have liked your post before you even posted it. You will, post out something in your social media channels, and then immediately they are the first like. This is a person who is very devoted to you, to the content that you are producing, to the channel itself. If you're in a particular niche that you post in, they might just be really, really into that niche, that angle that you are in. So they are right there. This is a super fan. A super fan is someone who is likely to engage with you over on your OnlyFans as well. So if we're looking for who's most likely to subscribe, this is the person because they are very devoted to you, where you might have to convince the fan follower to kind of move over to the next place. The super fan follower, they are going to move with you wherever you go. So if you're on one channel and you say, hey, I'd like some people to follow me over to my next social channel, super fan follower, no problem. They are going to be there for you. All right, so the next would be what I call the white knight follower. Okay, so this is a follower who takes it on themselves to defend you from the trolls in your comment section. So if you hit a point where you're popular enough that you have a lot of comments whenever you post something, this person is going to shield you from those trolls, from those negative comments. They are there. They might be a super fan of you. They might just be a fan. But they definitely are devoted to you and your content, but they take it beyond there to where they take kind of personal offense at you being, shot down or, someone saying negative things about you. So you definitely, at a point get white knight followers. Okay. And then next would be the random follower. So this is a person who really rarely uses social channels, but pops up from time to time. So this is a person who you don't see a lot of. They're not particularly active, so they're not always, utilizing that social channel, but they might have had a bad day or a good day, depending, and decide to hop on to a social channel that they don't normally use, or they might have a break or just some spare time, and they end up coming on, commenting, liking, but you don't really see them a whole lot. So just sort of random interaction, but they are not really devoted to that social channel or to you. Okay, and then next would be the dead follower. And I've talked in other podcasts about this, that a lot of or certain social channels have a ton of dead followers because of the amount of time that social channel has been around. So, a dead follower is, just a number in your stats. This is not a person who is going to interact in your social channel anymore. Sometimes it looks good. Like I've gone over, to have 100,000 followers, but only 5,000 of them are actually active, but it looks really good, but it doesn't really help you as far as growing your OnlyFans or growing your online presence, because, 95% of those people are just dead followers that no longer are using that social platform. Okay, and then the next would be a troll follower. All right, so this is a person who follows just to harass or talk trash. They could just enjoy the fact that others like you, that others are a fan of yours, and so therefore they feel empowered to come on and mock that. They want to basically cause turmoil. And then, as I mentioned, you'll end up with a white knight follower who will fight the troll follower for you. But in the beginning, as I've mentioned in this podcast before, don't feed the trolls. So if you don't have anyone who's willing to white knight into your comment section to defend you, just leave this person alone or block them. Because they are just trying to start trouble and they enjoy trolling. All right, so next is what I call the celebrity follower. So this is just a follower that follows you because you seem popular on social media. There's a lot of thought process that if you follow someone who's famous, that somehow that's going to build up your social media channel, or they might do that because they feel if they comment in your social media channel, people will notice that, they'll think they're funny, and they'll go and follow them. So you have people who just follow because the account is popular or you are popular and they're trying to gain something from that. Okay, and then next you have the lurker follower. So the lurker follower is active. This is someone who's technically an active follower, but they never comment and they never like, they never do anything. They just kind of want to be unseen, but they are definitely there and they are definitely seeing what you're posting all the time. And you can see that in your impressions. You can see that, showing up, where you'll see a whole higher level of impressions than people who actually decided to interact. Now, for a number of reasons, especially if you're on OnlyFans and you're producing 18 plus material, you're going to have a lot of lurker followers that don't necessarily want to, put a like up there because, their significant other or someone, that they know might see that they've liked your content and they don't want that to happen. So they might be okay with following you in like a private account, but they're never going to actually, like or interact. So it's going to be hard to tell that they're even someone, who's interested in your OnlyFans or in your, social channel to begin with. So this is a particularly tough follower to get to do what you want them to do because you can't interact directly with them. So you can only post and hope that basically them seeing your post will get them to take action to move on, say, to your OnlyFans link. All right. And then next is the promoter follower. So this is someone who follows you just to promote their own stuff in your comments. This is someone that is looking to sell people something or to get people onto their own social channel or their own website or some reason that they want people to find out about them. So they will come into your comments, they will, promote themselves or whatever product or site that they're trying to sell. Again, this is not someone typically that you're going to be able to interact with and get to buy your OnlyFans page or become really engaged with you. But anyone who comes in for any reason and starts following you could end up becoming, a fan or moving along up the ladder, as far as becoming interested in your content. So, this is just another person there. And lastly, you have the competitor follower. So this is a follower who just follows you to see what you are doing. So they're different than the promoter follower. They're actually someone who competes with you or, sells the same things that you do, and they want to see what you're up to. They want to see, what posts that you're making. They want to emulate, possibly what you're doing with your marketing. So they are on there with the intent of just sort of spying. Chances are they are not going to be, buying anything from you. Okay, so you identifying social channels that have followers that you need. How do you do that? So first you want to look at what kind of content will you be producing on your channel. So if you're looking out and you're looking at the different types of followers that there are, and then you want to go onto the channel that is going to get you the type of followers that you want, you want to see and say, okay, well, what kind of content do I produce on that particular channel? And if it is more along the lines of something that you want a lot of interaction with, then you might want to go on to a channel that has more, super fan followers, white knight followers, that kind of thing. So you want to look before you start, going into another channel of kind of what percentage you would estimate all these different people are. For certain social channels, they're just filled with nothing but, promoter followers, competitor followers, dead followers, things that aren't, going to help you all that much. So you want to just go ahead and analyze, and certainly looking at other people's